What's up, y'all? Welcome to King's Realm. I'm here with King. I'm Tyrone. How you doing tonight, King?
No, I'm okay, man, but tough loss, man. This is one of those losses that make you not even want to watch basketball for the rest of the night.
Bro, I don't want to watch another game. But we'll get into that. A's.
Yo, yo. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I walk around like number 11. I know I'm the GOAT. My chains, my rings on Matt Ryan, they coated in cold. I already killed the beat before I sat up and spoke. I'm here to close out the game. You sweep the dugout at best. I'm the realest. If real hopped off the page and showed in the flesh. No team jersey, but my city still on my chest. Trade from the 3. If I shoot, then it's all net. No time for you to rewind. You just in time. I'm a king. This king drum, so you know I'm in shine. I've been dope since 4 years after 1989. My pen work be out of this work, no pop flies. Not here to kill the game, just a competition. I'm Freddie Freeman on first, whoever pitching, I'm still getting it. I let the scoreboard tell us what the difference is. This is history in the making, you are witnessing. Shout out to the kid, you are tuned into the greatest. Rise up, kings won't watch a king in the making.
What's up, everybody watching? Welcome to King's Realm. Tough loss tonight. Real tough loss. Made you not want to watch the game, really and truly. We're gonna be honest. A lot of people didn't watch the game. King said it before we started. Felt like we were down 30 the whole night.
The whole night.
It wasn't like a time where you were just like, we have a chance to come back. It was just every time they came down, they scored.
It seemed like it. And we had no answer for Ben Simmons. It just seemed like he was able to do whatever he felt like he wanted to do. And you heard Neat kept saying it, like, make him shoot the ball.
Yeah.
But what answer did we have? And then he was on John Collins most of the night. I know for most of the first half, he was on John Collins, and he was kind of like scrapping up John Collins. And it's like, yikes. If we got to play this team in the playoffs, I think Ben Simmons would be on Trae Young more. But even if they put him on John Collins and put Embiid, of course, on Capella, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
That could be a serious problem because we're going to need John Collins to get boards and score. And, of course, Ben Simmons being a lot faster because he is a guard than other power forwards or small forwards that try to guard John Collins, but also have the strength to guard John Collins. It's going to be scary in this game, man. But we didn't have none of our key players. Bogey was out, so I don't know where the offense was going to come from tonight.
Didn't come from nobody. What's up, Knight? It just was a bad night, man. We couldn't get points from anybody.
What's up, Knight?
So Clint played 24 minutes, didn't even get a double-double. I will say Clint made Embiid go outside. Yeah. He really made Embiid go to shoot. And he was respecting Clint because Clint blocked him one time, and he really didn't try to body Clint no more for the rest of the night. Which that's a testament to Clint. He only played 24 minutes, which was he didn't need to play no more than that because it was like a blowout. Brandon Goodwin played 32 minutes, only scored 5 points. Lou Will scored 10. Solo scored 14. I will shout out Solo for his effort tonight. He actually showed a lot of effort.
Facts on that.
He showed a lot of heart, but I think he knew in his heart it wasn't going to be a winnable game. John played 29. John was our leading scorer with 21. Only person to crack 20 the whole game. Skylar Mays, shout out Skylar Mays, had 11. I think that's a career high for him now. He might have like 13 that one game he got and dunked on somebody. Gallo only had 4. Onyeka literally didn't score. Chris Dunn had 5. Nathan Knight had 4, and then Bruno didn't score at all. Yeah. Mind you, that's like a G League team.
Pretty much. That's what we put out there as our G League team.
Yeah.
With Nate McMillan once again, it looks good when you can win games without your star players, especially when you beat teams like the Heat and the Bucks. But it looks very bad when they're not hitting shots and it's not going the way you know the team can play. Can this team under Nate McMillan beat this team under Nate McMillan without their stars? Is probably a 11th or 10th seed team. So it's not a horrible team without their stars, but it's just when you go up against a team, when you go up to teams like 76ers, you got to score points, and we have nowhere to score points at all.
Kev didn't play. Kev didn't play. No Cam, no Bogey, and no Trey is really the worst part about it. No Bogey really is the worst part about it.
Yeah, no Bogey.
Yeah. I wouldn't be stressed about this game though, y'all. That's the thing I think about this game. We got beat bad, but I'm not really gonna look into it because we didn't have no players. By Friday, this is Travis Slink's words. By Friday, we might be able to have Dre and Trey back. So that's gonna be a different type of game. If you get Trey back and Bogey will probably play, so we'll have our starting five.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're gonna do with Kev. What'd you say?
The way I look at it is this game was that game where if Trae Young plays and Bogey plays, this is a closer game coming down the stretch. And we don't know. I'm not going to say we win, but we don't know who wins this game. And it's not a blowout.
Yeah.
If Trae and because we lost by 30?
Yeah.
So you tell me
83, 127. That's a little bit like 34.
Okay, so you telling me Trae Young and Bogey can't give you 15 apiece to make this a closer game?
Oh, definitely.
So that's how I'm looking at it. Just those two pieces outside of everybody else we're missing. If we could have got Trae Young giving us 15 apiece and Bogey giving us 15, this is a closer game, and we're having a different conversation on this team.
Yeah, they're both good. Jesus, I didn't even look at the Braves score.
Braves got slapped again?
No. We're doing the slapping this time.
Good. About time they slapped
10-0.
Yeah. That's what's
we get beat, so the Hogs get blown out and they blowing out. There's something going on between that. I don't know what's going on with the Braves. I think the Braves need to take a break during the playoffs.
Yeah, I ain't got the time for that.
Yeah. Hogs got to move on to the next one. Yeah, Braves 10-0. That's a great. I mean, we're back at 500 after the night. Thank God. Start of a new season. We'll call that. We'll just make this a new season at that point. Injuries are ruining this season. I believe that. I was gonna talk about this because I've been saying that since I was on Dawn's show since yesterday. This has been bad. This has been probably the worst season we've had injury wise with a good team. That 60-win team, we barely had injuries. If somebody was hurt, they weren't even hurt. It was for rest. We didn't really have we had our core set. This team has had their young star get hurt. Both their young stars get hurt. Have had, and it was funny because I just said Kev was the most reliable person we've had all year. And Kev gets hurt. He hadn't missed a game all year. And he gets hurt. Then you have BG, which really, I mean, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes, but now that he's come on, he gets hurt. You get Trey being hurt. I mean, Trey was on for a while, but you get Trey getting hurt. You get JC getting hurt. You get Clint off and on. He was playing a lot of games, and as Achilles hurt him, and then his foot hurt him, and then he got the last injury. Then you bring who else? Dunn has been hurt all year.
JC got hurt.
Yeah, I said JC.
Okay.
Dunn's been hurt all year. So
Capella.
Yeah. Then we had Rondo, so that wasn't helping at all. So
everybody on this Hawks roster has been injured and has missed at least 2 games. due to
Oh,
injury.
Gallo. I forgot about Gallo. Yeah, Gallo.
Yeah. So,
the only people that haven't missed games are the rookies, and that's because they haven't been playing.
that don't count.
Exactly. I don't know, man. This season has been one for the books. This is a season you're hype about because we're gonna make the playoffs and we'll probably win the first round matchup.
Depending on who we play.
Depending on who we play, we'll win the first round. But man,
yeah,
that's
like we were
crazy,
saying,
man.
when it comes to the playoffs, I just don't want to play the Knicks first round.
I don't. I'll let us be.
But the Knicks.
I think the Knicks are gonna drop on that West Coast trip. The only bad thing about it is we got to win, and then they have our tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for us losing tonight. But we said we need to split this. So hopefully we can win Friday, and that'll get us our split. Because in the last show, that's what we were talking about, getting this split.
Yeah.
Did the Knicks win today? Are they currently playing?
Did they play? Did they go on their West Coast trip yet?
It's either today or tomorrow it starts.
They won today. Yeah, they played the Bulls. They'll go on their West Coast trip till Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool.
They play the Rockets first, so that'll be a win.
Hopefully not, because hopefully the Rockets could. Well, they're eliminated. They're eliminated, so it's a wrap.
Solo was reliable. Solo's the only reliable. The caveman is the only one reliable.
Pretty much. He's
played the third or fourth most minutes on the team.
But can we be honest? Let's be honest about that Rockets team. That Rockets team was only led by James Harden. It was built around James Harden. Yeah. So once he left, what else did that team have? So everybody's like, well, James Harden might be right. They can't win. It's his fault they can't win.
They couldn't build nothing around him. He had all their money. They got CP3, and then CP3 got hurt, and they should have won that series. And if CP3 didn't get hurt, they were going to the finals. So
big facts on that.
I mean, you can't be mad. You bring Russell Westbrook in, and y'all both are ISO ball guys, and you see what Russell Westbrook has done. So I don't think it was Russell Westbrook's fault in the first place. I really think it was Harden's fault for them not being successful. So I just don't know. Like, you can't say that team doesn't know how to win when you build a team around one person. And then the guy that built the team left and went to Philly.
He went to Philly, and then James Harden went to Brooklyn.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Like, why? I just don't understand how they giving the Rockets all this bad blood. Like, we didn't know this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
James Harden. It was an article that came out maybe last week. He was the one that was pushing people out when they wasn't in his standards working out. Like, dude, because you want to dribble the ball for 20 seconds and then shoot. Everybody don't want to play like that. Team ball. You're not gonna win like that. Everybody knows if you playing ISO ball, it's not gonna work. Because if we key in on you and nobody else is hitting shots, guess what? Y'all lose the game.
Look what happened remember they shot like 28 threes and they missed them all?
Yeah, in a row.
Like, that you can see what happened. And that's what shows you why that Houston team wasn't successful. Because you had this man ISO ball and then pass you the ball with like 4 seconds left. You got to throw it up. So that wasn't a good offense. You couldn't even blame the coach. You couldn't blame D'Antoni.
Well, the only reason I blame D'Antoni is because he allowed it to happen for so long.
Yeah.
Like, dude, at what point you gonna say, all right, bro, we've done this for 2 years. It hasn't worked. Now let's play basketball.
Yeah.
And if they had got to the point of let's play basketball and not playing that ISO ball, maybe they could have, like you said, the Chris Paul team, the team with Chris Paul, if he doesn't get injured, that team possibly goes to the finals. So you can say it would have worked if you'd have did it correctly, but they just wanted to put all their chips in one basket with James Harden, and look where it got them. And now they're about to be looking for another James Harden.
Cade Cunningham. That's this is point.
Yeah,
at this point, all the bad teams are just trying to tank. Like you can tell they're tanking, but they can't. They're just gonna say their players are injured. You can tell they're tanking.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
Like Toronto with Lowry saying he's hurt every game, and then saying Siakam's hurt another game. Like, okay, we see what y'all are doing. Y'all aren't slick.
But even if you're trying to get Cade Cunningham, that puts you in a hole for at least another 3 to 4 years. If you don't have like a team with the Rockets, because they don't have nobody else there, so it would be like Anthony Edwards going to the Wolves, or it could be a situation where Colin Sexton going to the Cavs, where their career is being wasted because one, nobody wants to come there because you suck. Two, nobody around you can win, so you're not learning how to win, and you're just draining away your career. So
some people can say that. I mean, Chris Bosh, had a good career in Toronto, but he wasn't having like a successful career there. So it's you don't want to see Cade waste his time. That's my thing. I just don't want to see Cade waste his time in a team that's not going to really be good. The Rockets messed up when they got rid of Capella and the Reese. Yes, completely.
Yeah, completely. And then they shipped off Capella to us for cheap.
We fleeced them. Completely fleeced them. And they thought because they can run that small ball that it was going to work, and it did not work.
And you want to know why the reason it didn't work? Because they didn't play team basketball. The reason it worked for the Warriors is because they played team basketball, and that's how they was able to do it. And Draymond Green, despite how much people don't like him, is a dog. He's a
dog. I was gonna say he's a dog.
He is a beast at what he does, and he does it well. And PJ Tucker is not Draymond Green. So when they tried to make PJ Tucker Draymond Green and they wasn't playing team basketball, that was bound to fail eventually.
Yeah. Draymond Green is probably the closest to Dennis Rodman you're going to get in today's NBA.
Big facts.
He's the closest. So you wanted somebody. You're not. PJ Tucker's not that.
No.
PJ Tucker is a style guy. PJ Tucker want to wear shoes from everywhere else and do all of that. He's not a guy where Draymond will walk in and he knows his assignment. You got PJ Tucker trying to play. Yeah, you got PJ Tucker trying to play center in the corner. Yeah. Like that just doesn't make sense. Draymond was in the paint. If you was gonna give Draymond if Draymond wouldn't have got a rebound, he was going to grab that rebound.
Yeah.
So, or he was bringing the ball up too, because he was playing point guard too.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about Draymond is when he got happy and thought he could shoot and run the point. Like, all right. But the thing with Draymond is he didn't do it all the time. It was just like spur of the moment. I felt like, all right, let me. I got the ball. I done got 8 rebounds and I ain't took no shot yet. Let me come down and let me shoot. Like, all right, I ain't got no problem with that because you done played the whole first quarter and ain't took a shot and you got 8 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, and 4 assists. So it's like, all right, cool. So I ain't got no problem with you dribbling the ball up and shooting a crazy 3. So it's just one of those things for me when it came to Draymond.
Remember, funny part about Draymond. Remember that night he had like 37 off of like threes, and he was in like step back 3. It was versus the Rockets.
Yeah. And that ain't gonna last. We knew that.
It didn't last. It didn't last. Last year for Draymond, remember he got hurt, and it was just like okay. And then he was like at the desk, and he wasn't really like being a coach. He wasn't like on the sidelines. He was like doing the PA announcing stuff, and I was just like, okay, so he's getting past his prime. And I think he knew he was getting past his prime. So now, I feel like he's not even worried about, the team is the team. Like he's still the 19 assists, 12 rebound guy. He's still gonna do that almost every night if he can. So it's just that I don't know what that team does, that Warriors team does in general, because Curry's gonna get tired of it. And I know he knows Clay is coming back, and I know he knows, Draymond will probably play better when Clay comes back. And they got Wiseman now. They still don't have a small forward that I like because you won't have to choose between Kelly Oubre and Wiggins. And I don't know who you choosing that.
I'm choosing Wiggins.
Defense?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That'd be about the only thing. So
let me ask you this. Who leads first? Steph Curry or Klay Thompson? I'm gonna go with Klay Thompson. I think Steph
Clay.
Curry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Klay. Just for the simple fact, as long as Steph Curry's there, it's Steph Curry's team.
Yeah.
So, do I know if Klay can go somewhere else and show out? I don't know because he's never had to. But I can tell you this: Stephen Curry can go somewhere and show out because he's done it for multiple games and he's continuing to do it. And I think that's what's going. If they make the playoffs and they win with him being the best player on the team, without Klay Thompson, without Kevin Durant, and they go to the playoffs and they make the playoffs, going past the play-in game, I think Stephen Curry stays. I think he stays. Yeah. He just says, "All right, I got to get some other pieces to win in the West." But let's be honest about the West. LeBron James is going to retire soon.
It's going to be a wild West pretty soon, man.
Yeah. Let me not say soon because people are going to be thinking next year. In the next 3 to 4, some kind of decline, some kind of something is going to happen where LeBron James is not the best player in the NBA. By that time, Curry's still young. He's going to be in his prime. He's going to be up there in that 34, 35 range.
Yeah.
And as a shooter, that don't stop. You don't ever learn how to stop shooting the rock. So even if he drops down to somebody being like Reggie Miller or Ray Allen, that's still good. But because of how high he is currently now, he's the best shooter in my opinion that's ever touched the basketball court. So if he drops down to being Reggie Miller and Ray Allen, that's still a problem. So
he's still one of the, even if he drops down to Ray Allen, even if he turns into a journeyman, let's say he turns into a journeyman and he turns like Ray Allen, he goes play for a team for a couple weeks, he's still a shooter. He's still gonna get a bag no matter where he goes. So if he stays in Oakland, he's loyal enough to where he'll stay in Oakland.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to make him stay. Clay might get traded. That's how I think Trey gets out of Oakland. I think that's how he gets out the Warriors. I think Clay gets traded. I don't know where, but I think he gets traded. But yeah, it's just a weird scenario for them.
I think if Trey gets Clay, if Trey gets traded, imagine not Trey, Clay. If Clay gets traded, imagine him in not freaking the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh yeah,
that would be nice for him to go to the Hornets.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I would love to see him go to the Hornets or even the Knicks. Think about him on the Knicks
with Julius
Randle, and then him, and then Clay being the second option.
Yeah. What do you do with RJ? You put RJ at small forward?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Then you bring Bullock off the bench or you start Bullock?
I'm not starting Bullock. I'm bringing Bullock off the bench.
So you starting D Rose at point?
Yeah, why not? Put Julius Randle at the 4. You got D Rose at point. Klay Thompson at the 2. RJ at the 3. And Julius Randle at the 4.
And then Mitchell Robinson at the 5.
Yeah, what's wrong with that lineup?
That's a mean team. That's a mean. If Clay comes back like how he's been playing, that's a scary team. With Thibs as their coach, that team is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I don't think people understand how important coaching is, man. But they don't understand it yet.
Today was okay, Knicks fan. Okay, yeah, collated. Yeah, collated. He's gonna get collated. I like that. That's what if Clay gets traded, we're gonna call it Clayed. But yeah, any other games that happened today that I really want to talk about? That was the Magic and Cavaliers, like a rubber match game. Nobody really cared about that game. Knicks beat the Bulls, of course. Celtics gonna win this game 120-111 to the Hornets.
Jaylen Brown is balling in that game, by the way.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was gonna have the ball one game. I knew it was gonna happen because they did win 120-111. Look like the Wizards are gonna beat the Lakers.
That's good for the Wizards.
That's good for the Wizards.
Really good for the Wizards.
I don't think Clay gets traded unless they're trying to dump contracts. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think that's what I would think they were doing. That's what I think they would be doing. Y'all have a 1-game lead now, okay? And y'all have the tiebreaker, so it's really like 2 games. Okay, we know. We know.
Ain't nobody worried about the Knicks. We just don't want to play them in the first round.
Wizards are winning over the Lakers. Yeah. I want to see who's leading scoring in that game. I think Bradley Beal is going to get the scoring title this year. It's between him and Curry.
And you know what's crazy? I remember when the scoring title wouldn't go to somebody on a losing team, because if that's the case, Trae Young should have got the scoring title a few years ago.
Yeah,
when he was dropping off and he was averaging 29 and 9. But everybody was saying, "Oh well, he can't get the scoring title because he's on a losing team." But now we're talking about Bradley Beal, who's in 10th place, and Stephen Curry, who's also in 10th place, getting the scoring title.
Yeah, really and truly. And Trae should have really got it that one year, and they wasn't gonna give it to him. It's really Atlanta. Let's be honest. Did they add 2? You know the playing game, so now the 9 and the 10 seed get a chance to get in. So yeah. The playing games. So is it like a tournament? So it goes what?
So the way it goes is 7 plays 8.
Okay.
The winner of that game gets the 7th spot automatically. Okay. The loser plays the winner of 9 and 10. The loser of 9 and 10 goes home.
Okay.
So when the winner of 9 and 10 plays the loser of 7 and 8, whoever wins that game gets the 8th spot.
Gets the 8th seed. Okay.
So, which I think is dumb, because you can have the 7th seed play the 8th seed, have a bad game, lose, get another shot, and play a 10th seed team, and they could be hot, and you could lose again, and now you've lost 2 in a row, and now the 2 seeds are the 8th seed and the 10th seed that are playing that are in that 7th to 8th spot.
That's why Luka and what's his name mad. That's why Luka was mad, and Mark Cuban and all of them. That's why they were mad about it.
Yeah, because they could mess around, get a hot team, both, and that's in both divisions. Conferences. Yeah. In the West and the East, you don't want to play nobody in the East in that play-in game, and you definitely don't want to play nobody in the West that are not play in those play-in games. So long as you stay out of those play-in games and get an actual playoff spot, you should be good. But those play-in games are going to be scary.
What happened to them trying to implement in-season tournaments and all of that stuff? That just faded away.
They probably couldn't figure out how to do it, and this is their way of doing it.
Because think about it, soccer does it.
Yeah.
Soccer has a look, at United's playing MLS regular season. We just played CONCACAF last night. We ain't gonna talk about that game. Played CONCACAF last night. And then we played I think we got another tournament coming up. So there's a way to do it. I think the NBA just doesn't want to. I mean, we can play teams from Mexico. We can play teams from other countries if they want to do it like that. We can have our own we can have our own Euro League. Really?
Yeah, that is true. It's just I've got to figure out why they didn't do it.
Adam Silver, and he a money hungry guy. You would think he want to do it.
Yeah, that's
Adam Silver.
Does love money.
He loves money. Every time we weren't even supposed to have an All-Star game this year. This man made sure we had one.
Yeah, he made sure the NBA came back too. when he said, "Yo, we going to Disneyland. Bump that. We about to fix this."
First sport back. It was automatic. Like we're going to Disneyland and we're going to play.
Yeah, and they figured a way how to do it, and it was probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
That because they you didn't have nothing to worry about. Once you was in the bubble, it was a wrap. You just had to be in the bubble. Once you got in, you didn't have to worry about COVID. Yeah, you had to worry about testing, and you still had to wear masks. But you didn't have to.
And they kind of sort of loosened up towards the end because nobody was there. Once they started getting teams out there, they were just like, okay, yeah, y'all good.
Yeah, they
didn't have a COVID
family in.
Yeah, they didn't even have because they didn't have a COVID case in like months. And the whole time they was there, I think they had like one exposure, and that was it. So, I don't like the format. Yeah. I'm confused. Why do we have an NBA playoff tournament? So I'm so confused. You just have the playoffs. The NBA doing so much. I guess it's to bring in revenue. That was my main guess is to bring in revenue.
I think they did it. I think they did it this year. I think the reason they did it this year is just for the simple fact they knew it was going to be a lot of rescheduling of games, a lot of back-to-backs, and a lot of teams losing that shouldn't lose the teams. So they're like, all right, let's go ahead and throw the play-in tournament in there also because this is still a pandemic and we still having these issues. We don't know what's going to happen. So let's still give everybody a chance to get in the playoffs. And that's how they came up with it, in my opinion.
We got two good games, and not the Kings game, but we got a really one good game. The Clippers play the Suns tonight. Yeah, they're gonna start in a minute on ESPN. Wizards end up beating the Lakers. Crazy. Jazz and Kings, they are the worst team without LeBron. It's crazy. I saw Gilbert Arenas say that LeBron was the best point guard in the league right now or something like that. And I didn't understand that.
LeBron being the best
he said LeBron was the best point guard in the league. And I said LeBron ain't even the point guard.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Best point guard in the league? No, of course not.
He's a small forward, first off. That's the thing.
He is. Yeah, he is.
He's just a point forward. Don't make him a point guard. He's a point forward. But it's going to be hard to do that with 82 games. Yeah, I think it is too, Wallace. I don't know how they go. I think that they'll probably get rid of it in the 82 game season. With y'all draft tomorrow. Get ready for it.
Justin Fields to Atlanta.
Okay. Kyle Pitts will be wearing. I will be wearing my Tony Gonzalez jersey with my Atlanta Falcons bucket hat. But y'all, we will be on every day of the draft.
Every day of the draft.
So we'll do day one. Of course, we'll be on day one. We'll definitely be on day 2. And I think I'll be on day 3. I might be on by myself.
No, you're not gonna be by yourself. I'm gonna hop in on with you day 3. I might not be on long, but I'm definitely gonna hop in on day 3. There's some day 3s out there that I think the Falcons can get that we can talk about, and it's gonna be good.
I think we might have a after the draft, a couple of days after, y'all will have a review show. If you ain't catch our live reactions and stuff, we'll give you our reactions again and just make sure y'all know who we got. I'll try to make sure we break it down. Yeah. And we'll talk about how Kyle Pitts doesn't help Atlanta like people like to say.
Facts.
That makes I don't even know where that came from.
And let's get it straight. He helps the offense if Matt Ryan's not on his back all game.
Yeah. Basically.
He's not a good run blocker. So it's not like we're saying, oh, he can run block, so that's gonna help the offense. Like, no, he's not. That's his worst thing is run blocking. So how do we help the offense if we can't get him the ball?
That's why we give Lee Smith. That's why we got Lee. That's why Lee Smith basically came here. That if we draft Kyle Pitts, make sure y'all will see a lot of Lee Smith. just get ready for it. Y'all are going to know his name by the end of the year because he will be the blocking tight end. You'll see Kyle Pitts run out wide. First off, ISO Joe, that's not happening. I would cry. I would cut off my stream, bro. I would get off. I'd be like, bro, I'm not doing this for the rest of the night because I'm gonna just be mad the whole night. I'm not gonna allow myself to be on this show mad. I'll be sitting there just like this the whole time, just like, and I'm just going down Twitter and everybody's gonna be like, so y'all got him over field. I'm not gonna listen to it. Yeah, I think we're saying with the 4th pick. I got an interesting proposition. King, I know you know because I told you about Drew Lock. With the Broncos getting Teddy Bridgewater in a trade, and they're saying they're still pursuing a quarterback. That basically means Drew Lock is probably out the door. Do you think they use Drew Lock as a trade piece to come up to 4?
Yeah, I can see them doing that, but I still think they start. If they don't decide to do that, I still think they'll draft a quarterback. But what about this? What about drafting a quarterback and starting Drew Lock this year just to see if he's as bad as what he's been? Because finishing the season last year in their last like four or 5 games, he did pretty well. So what if that rolls over and he's finally got it? You don't want to give up on him. I say you give him like the first 4 or 5 games, even if you draft a quarterback. And if he's not balling, he'll get traded.
The thing about Drew Lock is they threw him in the fire.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't give him time to develop. You just threw him right in the fire, man. I blame what's his name for that? Elway. I blame Elway for all those years you had Peyton Manning. In all those years, you could have drafted a quarterback to be behind Peyton Manning, and you don't do it.
Yeah.
So that's on them. I mean, that's on you. You literally try to go Paxton Lynch, didn't work. Tried to go who else? Who else they tried to go with?
Everybody that didn't work. I don't have the actual. Let me pull it up because I know it's a
Osweiler. Osweiler, I think, was after Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gone through quarterbacks, man. That team just doesn't. I don't know, man. I really don't know. That first pick is not going to make or break us because we can still get linemen later. Of course we can. It's the guy out of Tennessee. It's a guard. It's huge. It's a lot of. I've been saying this for a while. Wallace, you've been on my shows. This is an old line race. All right, man.
You got, of course, you got Drew Lock, Joe Flacco, Case Keenum, Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler, and then Peyton Manning. Chris Sims, Tim Tebow, Kyle Orton, Jay Cutler. So they went through a lot of quarterbacks, and the only one that was really worth talking about was Peyton Manning.
Yeah. I still don't know how they got Peyton Manning to come there.
Hey, he saw something in the team.
Yeah.
And he did throw 50 touchdowns that year and like 5,000 yards or something like that.
That was like one of his best years ever.
Yeah, even though he can't throw the ball to save his life. That same year, that's when Seattle came in there and beat him all that down.
They beat them. That was the worst. That was one of the funnest but worst Super Bowls of all time.
That's how you know defense wins championships. The number 1 offense came in there, played the number 1 defense, and guess what happened?
Got bodied. Peyton threw like 3 picks. The first snap of the game was a
safety.
Was it like, bro? I was like, oh, that center scared. I said, oh, he's scared for real.
Yeah. A safety first play? Yeah, this is about to be a long day. And the fact that Earl Thomas was going around saying, oh, yeah, I knew we was going to win that game. I had no worries. Like, dang.
Yeah. After the game, yeah, I knew we was going to win. Like,
no worries at all.
Like, that, you know what that game did? Made Dan Quinn look like a genius.
Yeah. That is true, but you got to look at the style of quarterback Peyton Manning was. He wasn't at that point in his career. He wasn't. He still had the mind, but he didn't have the arm strength, and that's what was killing them. He didn't have the arm strength, and he was throwing a lot of ducks, and they was going ahead and plucking them out the sky.
I don't think Wallace. I don't think the Broncos. I think they will, Wallace. I think they still go for one, man. I think they still give us one. I think they still go for one, just off of the fact they want a new guy in there. Teddy's a journeyman quarterback. You don't want to set your team up with Teddy Bridgewater, really and truly. If they don't draft Kyle Pitts, I'm blaming Matt Ryan because everybody likes to blame Matt for everything. Pretty much. That's the vibe I get from Atlanta. Well, fake Atlanta fans.
We gonna draft Justin Fields. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now, and I'm gonna be hyped because we're gonna draft Justin Fields. Yo, when we draft Justin Fields, I'm getting me a Justin Fields jersey too. I'm gonna let y'all know that too.
If you get a Justin Fields jersey, I will be disgusted. I will be absolutely disgusted if you get a Justin Fields jersey.
If we draft him, then I'm gonna have to because he'll be a part of the team, and I gotta accept them.
I'm definitely not gonna draft. We gonna sit Justin Fields on the bench for 3 years for him to sell out jerseys.
Get you a Justin Fields jersey,
just to have the jersey with his name. And then people like Don's story talking about let's have Vic come out and give him the number 7 jersey. What is he gonna do with the 7 jersey on the bench? Like
nothing.
Y'all just want him to wear 7 because he on the bench? Like Michael Vick is not that important to our history, y'all. Really, really,
he is
really.
though. I don't want to say he put him on the map, but he helped make Atlanta one of those franchises. Though I can say that.
I will give him that. I will give him that's everybody's argument for Vic though.
His star power was
behind it. There's no stats behind it. It's just he made the team and the culture and that we were okay. But I will say this. I am 19. I didn't grow up in the Vic era. Look what happened though. Like look at what I've experienced. I've experienced more than what people that grew up in the Vic era did.
Facts. That is true.
So I've experienced a lot of heartbreak and I've experienced a lot of excitement. I was in the middle of a restaurant. We won the NFC Championship and I got up and screamed.
My God.
It was the worst loss I think I've experienced was San Francisco though. That one hurt.
Yeah.
That one was excruciating because we should have won that game.
Yeah. If he wouldn't have failed.
Oh my God. That's just
But before you end the show, I'm gonna go ahead and head up out of here. Yo, draft tomorrow. I'm excited. Justin Fields train, choo choo. Yeah. If we draft him, I'm hyped. I can't wait. Yo, I'm on my Justin Fields train. Sorry it took me so long to get here, but I am on a board, y'all.
I think our whole fan base is against Justin Fields. And you just gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'm on the train now.
After everybody has left, I'm on it. So, yo, shout out everybody in the chat that stopped through. Wallace stopped by. Kaden, I saw you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'll catch y'all on Friday for King's Round. Peace out, y'all. Be safe.
But you'll catch him tomorrow, too. You got him tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Draft show tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Always remember to love yourself. And T, keep doing your thing on the show. I'm out.
Hey. All right. All right, y'all. Really, I'm about to get out of here, too. Thank y'all, everybody that comes in. You know, Wallace, ISO Joe, Togun, Big Task. Of course, you came in here trying to brag. Kim Jong Trump, Knight, all you guys. Thank y'all for coming in here tonight. Realm trolling, y'all. Wallace, Realm is trolling. Don't pay attention to him. He's trolling. Do not pay attention to him. For everybody that's in here, like I said, draft show tomorrow. Y'all come in and chill. We ain't starting pick. You know, picks don't start till like 9. So I think we're starting at 8 though. We starting a little bit early. Talk Falcons with y'all. We're gonna have a couple guys, special guests. I think B's coming on. If you watch our channel, you should know a lot of the guys that are coming on. I think B's coming on. A couple guys that are like a part of our Fila group. But yeah, y'all, crazy bad loss for the Hawks. Good night for basketball though. Y'all catch that Suns game, like I said, Suns and Clippers game. Draft show tomorrow. We up. Everybody that's on the quarterback train, it probably won't happen. But I want to tell all y'all good night. Thank you for coming in, and with that, we out.